looks good. Oh, I didn't even change the name of the stream. I gotta change it to 22. I gotta bring this over here. Pop out. Camera C. Camera A. Oh, camera C. Camera C. There we go. Okay. We gotta get the music cruising here.
Hey, bro. I told y'all niggas to close my motherfucking door.
Alright.
Nigga, close the
What
door.
else? I think I'm ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
Early stream tonight, thank you. It's empty, wow.
Hey, nigga.
Hugo Kant. Okay.
Tell her to come on down then. Yeah, it's good.
Hugo Kant. Okay. Let me wedge some stuff up. And then I gotta... Today's gonna be a shorter stream. I can't do as much talking because I gotta get to finish and I gotta get to work here in a little bit. It's actually a really good vibe. Alright, wedge this up here. Okay, you guys can't really see what I'm doing, can you? Camera C. Here we go. So, yeah, I emptied everything out. Which, it's so crazy to have, like, walking space again. But, all the pots had to go somewhere, so now they're living with me upstairs, so... I gained some space down here, but I lost a ton of space upstairs, but that's okay. I think I'm actually almost at the point now where this basement area has more walkable space than my living quarters, which is kind of exciting. Let me get some of this right here. Ow, I just got poked by the needle tool here. Alrighty. We got that. Cruising. But look, no more. Only the ones that are on the bats are down here. So nice. Alright. Camera A. A little bit of a spin. Pottery shelf. Look at that. Empty. Alright, turn this on. You guys ready? Green on. Good morning, chili dog. What you focus on? Growth. Feed them horses. 3 more pots coming your guys' way. We're gonna be speedy with these. We really gotta get these done, so I'm sorry. But I got work tonight, so I gotta make sure I get this stuff done on time so I can head off to work here in a little bit. See you guys in a second. Green off. Camera C. Someone says it is even the same room. That's so funny. Oh, I'm telling you, the past 2 days, after I got off the stream last night, it was just... I feel like I haven't stopped working since then. But it's really okay. I don't know why, but for some reason, if I just have to move things, as long as I know what I have to move, like I don't mind just like sitting there for hours. I could do just days of moving stuff, you know? Ready to push us down. Camera B. A little bit of water. Project us forward. But I feel like as long as I have things to do, as long as my body's moving, I can just keep on moving it. And there's something about when I have to physically handle the work that and all the hours, right? Those little tangible objects of the hours I've dropped into it, let me tell you. I feel so full of power. Alright, here we go. Camera A. Camera A. Right up. And right down. Right down to the base. Ready to curl that up. Camera C. Here we go. Push this down. Grab your hammer fist right in the middle. Slowly bring that out to the edge here. And I also like to just set things on the floor and look at them. I like when things like prevent me from moving in certain spaces, right? One of these days I'm gonna have to do a little video tour of the upstairs because I feel like you guys would think it's unhinged. So all I'm doing is rounding off the side here, getting ready to smooth this base in. How to feed them horses. How do you feed them horses? When I say, like at the beginning, when I say, good morning, chili dogs, what you focus on grows. Feed them horses, right? Your horses are probably like your legs. It's your mentality. You gotta feed your mentality. So you keep on moving, right? Grab your thumb. Get ready for a llama pull here. What's up, guys? It's me, Mr. Llama. We're gonna get right into a volcano number 1. Camera B. I'm slowly bringing this up, walking this back towards the back here. Make sure I bring this in. There we go. Gonna get some water on the inside here. Take that knuckle and just shift that base inward just a little bit. You know, that first pull, we're not trying to get anything too crazy thin. You know, we're just trying to push that wall in and equalize those equalize the walls as well. So I got my knuckle in. Video tour for the 1-year anniversary. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of video ideas for what I want to do for that whole entire setup there. Hold on, I gotta get some new water. Camera C. I have like a lot of ideas. I gotta make. There's this one video that when I first started, I was like obsessed with this video. It's a music video, but I wanted to use that song when I was finished with the whole entire project, so I gotta do that. But I feel like I'm gonna have like so many edits I have planned that it's gonna be like too much of the same exact thing, right? And I feel like I don't want to do that thing where it's like you do one thing and then like that's all you post for like does that make sense? Like you finish a project and then for the next year that's all you're doing is posting about the project that you finished. I don't know if I want to be like that. So very thin on the bottom. You know, somebody asked me in my short format content, they said it always seems like your pots buckle towards this bottom, right? Oh, camera B. They always seem to buckle towards this bottom. Why don't you make it thicker down there, right? Well, that's part of it. Is I'm trying to get as much as this wall thickness as thin as possible towards that base because I don't want the bases to be heavy, right? I'm not trimming these. It wouldn't have been a problem if I decided to trim, but I'm trimming these, so I have to kind of cut some corners and go a lot thinner than what I normally would on any other pot. On these, just so the weight doesn't feel really off. Okay. Just gonna equalize here and get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll slowly dissipate that as it gets out to the edge here. Get ready. Grab your fingers. Slowly twist it down. Slow down. Kiss this rim. There we go. Tree number 1. Alright, you ready to kick up that skirt on the bottom of the tree here? So right up underneath there with the sponge. And usually I have a lot of clay that just kind of didn't really get scooped up by the sponge here, so I gotta make sure I get rid of this. Yeah, I think I mean like I'm pretty excited about how the upstairs looks, so I have a lot of ideas, right? And I want to pursue all those video ideas, but I feel like it's gonna be like 5 posts about like the same exact thing. I feel like it's a little bit different because every day I'm doing a different tree, and that's kind of the point of the project, where at the end of it I feel like I should just do like one, you know, big video thing and be done with it, right? But I don't know. It'll be one of those things where I just gotta have to figure it out. Alright. Curl up these little tendrils here. Curl these out, curl these out, curl these out. There we go. You ready? Right down to the bottom. Number 1, done. Alright, camera C. Camera C. Alright, so I think for this time, I guess what we'll do is we'll actually not even do any cuts to or pottery edits today. Just because I'm trying to make sure I get this stuff done a little bit faster so I can get to work here. A little bit of water. Pull on this bottom edge here. Alright. camera C. Alright. Camera B. Alright, get some water right underneath. Push in and bring this up. That left hand is doing a majority of the work there, kind of pushing up into that clay, while that right hand is always acting like that wall. I have a lot of weird, awkward little parts where the clay is not fully aligned, so we're going to bring this up. Alright. And then go right back down to the bottom here. Camera A. Camera C. And so you see how I'm tilting it forward with this left hand as that right hand is right below it. Right? Getting ready to switch. Swap over. And look at the way my hands, again, I shift them as I'm going back to that bottom. You know, start thinking about the steps of ceramics as tools rather than for sure things to just stages, right? You can blend them together. Grab your hammer fist right on top, right down over top here. Get ready on this bottom. Grab that fist and walk this out. Okay, again, some water, open up this middle part here, fill up that pond, slowly take that middle finger, support it with that right hand, and cut through that base. We're not trying to push that clay around, we're trying to cut through it. There we go, right on center, even, moving like butter. How heavy do your clays end up being? I don't know, I've never finished one, but each one of these chunks is about, you know, anywhere from 3 to 4 pounds, so probably in that neighborhood as well. Especially when you fire it, you lose a lot of weight, but then when you add glaze later on, you get some of that weight back. You know, not that much though, but in the same neighborhood, not too far off from that. Again, we're grabbing Mr. Llama here. Sorry I didn't show you guys, but kind of just went right into it. Camera B to make the volcano. Camera B. There we go. Open this up. Yeah, I seriously, I feel like I look forward to your Far Cry 5 plea. One day, man, I promise you, one day I will. Walk this up slowly. And you see how we had that little bump there, and we're going to slowly let go of that when we get to the top, and now there's no bump, right? Because it's already thin on the top. We don't need that top any thinner than what it is right now. Somebody said, how much clay do I consume a day? Well, the machine, which is Pottery Demo, produces, you know, 3 of these trees a day, so that's about maybe right around 9 pounds of clay every day, maybe 9 to 10 pounds of clay every day, and then on top of whatever I throw at when I go to work, you know. Again, to find this bump, and we're going to get to the top and watch this bump sort of just disappear very slowly, right? Because we're not trying to stretch that clay out towards the top. Right? You guys see that? Again, color this in. You can launch multiple streams on YouTube. So you can have a stream camera and embed them. Whoa, that's actually a really interesting idea. I have never even thought about that, embedding them into... Well, then I might have to get a better computer then, though, so that I can stream, like, every camera, right? Again, to find this bump, that's the thing that the clay gives us, is this quest to take this bump all the way to the top. Starting to get a little bit wobbly on the bottom. I'm going a little bit fast. Slow down when I get to the top. I'm going to kind of get rid of that bump, but we're going to go outward with this on the top because that's the way that the tree's going to be. Okay. I feel like I'd have to spend like a couple months making a website. Because right now, like, I was having some streaming problems when I was streaming earlier in the year. I was streaming to both YouTube and Instagram, and I could barely just stream those two different things. So I feel like if I had another stream, it would be difficult for me to have them all going in at the same time. But I wonder if I could just stream once, but then have certain areas, like have all the cameras on one background, right? And I just take those and I almost crop that image out, but I feel like I'd lose a lot of quality if I did that. I don't know if that makes sense. Alright, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. We got one longer one, but that's okay. Right to the top here. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Get to the edge here. Slow it down. Kiss that rim. I feel like that, like, you know, I have a long-term goal where I want to make, like, I want to have a warehouse, a streaming warehouse, where it's just filled with only pottery and streaming equipment, and then I'd have one, like, really nice camera in the middle, right, that's on a gimbal that follows me around to each stage, right? So that camera in the middle, I can walk all the way around it, almost like the camera is the middle or the center of the wheel. Could you imagine if I had like a studio that was in the shape of the wheel, and like over here I have like the throwing area, here's hand building area, here's like computer setup maybe, there's a wedging table right in the front here. I feel like that'd be so crazy. 360 camera above my wheel hanging. That could also be kind of interesting. Because I feel like the 360 cameras that I've seen recently, even though they're expensive, they look like they work pretty well, but I just wonder how fast the battery would die. Because most of the things that I have right now, I have about a battery of a battery life, and some of the things they can't charge and do it at the same time. Pull up this skirt here just a little bit here. Alright, get ready. Here we go, slow this wheel down. Too slow. Right here's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring this in. So we got a 5 pedal here. Have you played Far Cry 5 or no? I'm curious now. I do think I want to do some, like, I have a lot of old modded, what's it called? Like consoles. Like I have an old GameCube and an old PS2, and I feel like it'd be funny if I had some of my buddies, instead of like, you know, when I go on the green screen over there and I'm small, like right in this area, like I can imagine I just have 2 of my buddies just like playing games, like just like on the wheel as I'm doing the pottery stuff. I feel like it'd be funny. Camera C. Camera B. You want to keep most right, you need to keep doing the pottery aspect of the channel. That's not to say you can't change. Yeah, I feel like I want to do a little bit of everything, but I want pottery to be the string through it all, right? But yeah. Wow, that's so interesting that you can't play it in your country then. I forget that a lot of countries do ban games. Alright, again, some water on the top. Pushing that left hand forward. And I have some weird air bubbles on this base. So we're gonna bring... So you see what happened there? So I had too much upward pressure and I actually lifted the bat up off the wheel here. We're gonna bring this down quick and then we'll bring this back up in a second. You ready? Curl this around. There we go. Take my left hand and push this forward. Again, I'm going to push my left hand forward. And sometimes the problem there is that I wasn't pushing the clay forward, right? You actually want to push that and project that clay forward when you bring it up. If you just lift it up, it's going to carry this right off the... If you don't have this like stapled down, or sometimes people will have little sausages of clay underneath the wheel, so then when the bat goes on top, it sticks. Alright, and again, project this forward at this base just a little bit. And even though it's getting wobbly at the top, look underneath my hand. All nice and center, right? Alright, camera A. Camera A. Then bring this down. We're going to swap over to camera C. So, camera C. Camera C. Hammer fist is coming down right over top, slowly pushing in. And my fist is coming down right on top there. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm taking my fist, I'm slowly walking this outwards. Alright, I have my two thumbs. Bring this middle here. Check for any rabbits. No rabbits. Okay, get some water in there. Can't have the tadpoles be drying out. You're going to take your middle finger and you're going to cut across that base. There we go. And I like to feel like that clay get up underneath my fingernails there, right? That's how I really feel like I know that I'm having enough pressure, is when it like peels back the nail a little bit. You know, it's kind of gross, but it should be okay. That's something I have realized from me doing all my pottery, is my fingertips have gotten a lot harder, right? Like if I feel the skin around my finger, they're really kind of soft, and then all of a sudden my fingertips are just really stiff. So I wonder if it's from the clay, I don't know. Alright. Last llama for the day, guys. What's up, guys? Llama here, friend of the stream, ready to just get into another volcano. I'll see you guys down there in a second. Last one of the day. Peace out. Camera B. Llama's biting right down on this rim. And slowly walking this hand back. And You want to make sure when you're doing this, sometimes what will happen is the clay will actually want to torque and twist. You don't want that to happen, so go slow. If you feel like you need to let up the tension and allow that wheel to spin it up a little bit more, that's totally okay. I actually thought about having like a pet, a lizard or something, and then putting a camera on him and then just being like, lizard camera, and then you'd be like off in the corner or something. I feel like that'd be hilarious. Or like a robot camera, maybe. Hey, oh. Could you imagine if when it came around I caught it again? I was so close to. When I'm teaching some of my students, they'll make jokes and they'll just set the sponge on the wheel and then spin it around on the wheel and be like, look, Mr. Noah, I'm cleaning. I'm like, alright, dude. Get some water. Pour this in. Again, I'm gonna grab my knuckle right at this base. And I have a little hole in my sponge here, so you can see my fingers sticking through there. Just gotta make sure. Find a spot where the sponge isn't ripped. And I shift that base inwards, and I slowly am just trying to even up these walls. And I'm gonna get to this top and it starts moving a lot easier because it's thinner, so I'm gonna lessen up that twist there. So there you go. Alrighty. Again, right down to the bottom here. Grab my knuckle. I'm gonna switch over to my finger here. I'm gonna slowly push that clay from the interior up, out, over top. Now you can see I have this bump formed. And now this is what I'm carrying up the side of the vessel. And again, when we get to this thin part, we're slowly going to stretch that a lot less. There we go. I actually feel like I have one more pull. So again, we're gonna color this in just a tad. A little bit more water. And why do I feel like I have one more pull is because it still feels like it's pretty sturdy through this bottom, so I feel like I have some more clay. So again, grab this little bump. And define it and then lift this up. I'm going to go outward, follow that centrifugal force so I have less tension on that base. There we go, look at that. See how much more height we got out of that? We probably got another maybe inch and a half, right? So I'm going to push this down. I'm going to push this up. Alright, so again I'm going to get some of that water right out of that base on that interior there. Okay. We have to do a 6, sadly, but there we go. Just didn't really want to fit one in there, right? There we go, though. So how did I make some room for it is I pushed the other two around it backwards, so then it had some more space. But I'm not through in the clear yet. I'm trying to get this bottom kind of more twisted up. And you're going to see me as I slowly, I kind of have to work on this top just a little bit more as well. There we go. Now we're cooking. Here we go, slowly. Have this clay. Twist it out. There we go. tree. We have a buffer here, so we're gonna play around with this a little bit, which will be kind of fun. Kick up the skirt here. Someone said, you need to go to work after this. What's your work? So I teach pottery classes, so I have a night class tonight, so I have to go there after this. So we should have a 6 pedal here. So we're gonna skip, 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 skip. There we go. And this one is a little bit of a buffer, right? So hopefully you guys kind of picked up on that. We've been doing some with a buffer, and so what does the buffer do is it allows this kind of have its own little moment, and then there's a gap, and then the tree starts, right? So I think that looks kind of nice there. Here we go. Pick this one up. We're gonna swap over to camera A. Okay. Set this one here. And we got a little jar here. At the beginning this was a clear jar, so it used to be like totally transparent, and it was kind of cool, but that's kind of going away a little bit. Okay. Looks like a wine glass. Interesting. Someone said it looks like a Holy Grail cup. Alright guys. Send me some energy. We gotta do the pottery review, and then I'm heading off after that, okay? Green on. Hello. Let's do a pottery review. We're gonna start off with this one. I think this one is the winner of the day. There's something about this one that I think it was a little bit wider on the top than the other two, and I think it just came together really, what's the word? It's like fluidly. There you go. This one came together really fluidly, where I think the other ones kind of had some little moments where it was a problem, right? And so I'm really a big fan of this one. I gave a little bit of a gap or a break or a buffer from this bottom to get to that tree stump there, where the other two didn't really have that. So you can kind of see how it's like as soon as that pedal formation ends, that's right into the twist, where this one kind of has a little bit of space in between. And I think if I'm looking at the contrast of the objects, this one stands out to me a lot, right? Where if I look at the silhouettes of these two, they're a little bit more cylindrical there, right? I do like that this one is a little bit more of a twist in the middle, where this one's kind of like a twist all the way around, right? And so I think that the twist in the middle looks pretty nice here. We got the one on the top. This is really not too crazy of a pot. I think it's a lower twist. When I'm looking at it, it's lower on the, what's the word? On the vessel there. Does that make sense? Like that twist is like, visually it's lower. Here it's in the middle. Here it's all the way up, right? And so I'm looking at that one. I think that this could have had some more moments on the top. It's already bottom heavy with that twist happening lower. And so the fact that I have tendrils has this visual busyness there too. And so I'm not loving that one. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. All the best, Strum Mentality, and let's wheel.
Esses caras tudo cá, esses caras tudo cá, esses caras tudo cá.
Alrighty. Okie dokie, guys. That's kind of all I got for today. I'm gonna kind of head off here, so I'm not gonna stay for too long. Wedging table. Wedging table. There we go. Thank you. Some people sent me some energy. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the music recommendation. It was actually pretty awesome. I enjoyed this stuff. It actually matches the vibe here. But yeah. Anyway, thank you all again for stopping. I appreciate the conversation too about figuring out what I want to do for the future with these the stream too, you know. And so I like the embedded idea into a website. That actually sounds kind of lit, but it'll take a while before I can get to that stage. You know, I'm still kind of just 1 year into this stuff. But anyway, computer. Peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next one.